All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 12:01 p.m. on November 15th, 2024, and I am going to call to order the Monroe County Election Board meeting to reconcile provisional ballots. As you can see, the chair of the election board is not here yet. I expect him to be en route, but since we have bipartisan representation of the election board, we're going to go ahead and get started. And that's because today we have 400, you did not hear that number wrong, 400 provisional ballots to review in terms of making a decision on whether or not those ballots can be counted in with the totals that we offered you, the unofficial totals on election evening. For the benefit of the people in the audience and the viewing public, a provisional ballot hearing is held because everybody who shows up to vote, either during early and in-person absentee and/or on election day, may or may not realize what they have to have with them. For example, the most common thing that I can think of is having your identification with you. If you forgot your driver's license or you don't have a passport or something, an acceptable form, you have 10 days to cure your provisional ballot. So you get to vote. We do not want anybody to be turned away at the polls. You can cast that provisional ballot, and then you are told what you need to do to make that ballot correct prior to 10 days after the election. So our meeting started at 12:01 because a voter has until noon to come in and cure. And so, given that I do not see anyone in the audience, I don't believe there's anybody here in person to cure their ballot, we will go through and find out those people who have come in the last 10 days. Behind me, you may have noticed a bipartisan team bringing out the green envelopes, and those contain those provisional ballots, so none of us have touched those ballots since they were placed in those sealed bags until today. So I think the general rules are we are never going to refer to any voter by name. We will refer to them as voter number and whatever that number is. I will make sure you know the polling location, the precincts that were voting at that location, and why we are looking at their ballot as provisional. And we will talk through what we need to get us to a place where we can, Ms. Bankart, where we can. I am hopeful that we can group like ones together so that nobody wants to watch 400 individual ballots go through. So
Whatever's easiest to get us through.
okay. So if you don't have any objections, we'll go ahead and start, and then our third board member can jump in. That may be him coming through.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, then, would you want to wait a second, or?
Might be a good idea.
All righty. We believe our third voting member is coming through and just looking for a parking place, bless his heart. And then we will go ahead and get started. Bless his heart. I think he got into the habit of going over to the Nat U Hill room. Oopsies. Oopsies. Mr. Chair, we were getting ready to start without you, but I saw you and realized you were probably coming in.
I sent a text, I went to the courthouse.
That can happen.
I was on autopilot.
Yeah.
I understand completely.
And she's already opened the
I did
whole
call the
thing.
meeting to
Rock and roll.
order,
Yeah,
and I
we're ready
did
to go.
explain what was
Let's
going
do
to
it.
happen, that we would not refer to any voter by name. And my hope, Mr. Chair, is that where possible, like provisionals can be decided together.
Absolutely.
Okay, because we have 400
I know.
provisional ballots to go. So if you're ready,
Let's get to it.
Okay,
Thank you
the
for indulging me with my misdirection.
You're the chair, sir, whatever it takes. So the first polling location that we're going to look at provisional ballots for is the Academy. There is one provisional ballot. The bag was sealed and intact. And I do find one provisional ballot in here for voter number 1. It was listed, they voted provisionally because they were not registered, apparently registered in Hamilton County, and I don't see that written here as far as the Hamilton County, but the Academy was for precincts Perry 29, Perry 30, and Perry 1.
That would be the boxes at the top where they had checked what the reasoning for it was.
They're not included on our
Poll book.
poll book. So do we have a motion to accept the ballot or reject the ballot?
I will make a motion to reject the ballot because the voter is not registered in Monroe County.
Second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next, we are going to the Benford Elementary School, where we had one ballot voted provisionally. The seal is intact. And voter number 2 was made active. They were not found in the poll book, but made active and voted in the correct precinct.
What does that mean?
It showed up.
So they were in SVRS as canceled, and then they were transferred over to active.
How does that happen?
If they were canceled incorrectly, and so then it would have been a certificate of error from the SVRS system.
Okay.
And as I understand it from the Indiana Election Division, all that they have to do is declare they've not moved, nothing's changed, that they have continued to be a voter, and we accept that affidavit and move
That's on the back.
forward. I don't know if the affidavit is on the back.
So, I mean, there's nothing here that really explain, I mean, I just want to get process stuff figured out here. I'm looking at the voter eligibility.
Do we have a copy of the certificate of error? So here's what I can tell you, and you can chime in if you like. You're either active, inactive, or canceled. If a voter shows up and it shows that they're canceled and they are willing to sign an affidavit, as I understand it, it's an affidavit, is willing to sign an affidavit saying nothing changed, I don't know why I'm canceled, then the error somewhere occurred with the mailing, you know, when they do the mass mailing from the Indiana Election Division, something happened, and not the voter's fault. And so a certificate of error is issued indicating that they should not have been canceled.
Where do you see where that affidavit
Is that
was
an
signed?
SVR?
Is that something?
It would have been an SVRS that it
Okay,
was
so
saved.
You took this and checked
We
it.
go through
Okay.
each of the
That's what I was-
names
yeah.
on here, and we
Okay.
check them to see what the reasoning
Okay.
was
All
in
right,
the system.
very good. And
That's what I was trying to,
Sorry.
Okay.
you got there for me.
So
Oh, I was following you. I got it.
I am happy to make a motion that we accept the voter number 2's ballot, because it was a certificate of error and they were in their right precinct. They were doing exactly as they should have done.
So I'm sorry, you probably explained this at the beginning why I was moving from the courthouse to here. So after we go through this process and decide what's rejected or approved, are those ballots then put in the machines and counted, and we update the totals?
That
Correct.
would be why our
Perfect.
representative is here from B&L to help us do that.
Okay, great. All right.
I second the motion.
All right, all those in favor of approving this ballot?
Aye.
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 Okay, so are we keeping approved?
Rejected.
Okay, all right. The next polling site is Bloomington High School North, which encompass Bloomington 4, Bloomington 13, and Bloomington 17 precincts, and it looks like we have 7. And because they are all for the same reason, Mr. Chair, I'm hopeful that we can consider them
Okay.
all as one vote.
So as we're looking at this list, it looks like none of them are registered. None of them are disputing their lack of registration in Monroe County. And it looks like we were able to confirm that at least 3 of them were registered, but in other counties other than Monroe County.
Correct.
And none of the provisional ballot comments dispute that?
I mean, just the voter is not on the polling list.
Uh-huh. So they check that box and they're not on the list.
And so then we were
check
able
it
to
and they're
learn.
not on the list.
Yep.
So what about this one where he says that he said he voted in the last election, but not necessarily Monroe County?
What voter are you talking about? Number 4?
Yes.
This just says not registered.
So if it says not registered, when we pull them up in the system, that shows that they're not registered anywhere. And then if we pull them up and it shows that they're registered in another county, we make a note of that.
And
Yeah.
if that person had voted,
It would
We
have,
would've-
they
It
would have
would've
been
shown up
registered and it
somewhere.
would have showed that we had some
All right.
sort of voting history for them.
very good.
Yeah, and on number 3, I mean, they even say that they're registered in a different county.
Yep.
And for the viewing public,
Not in the poll book.
anybody who wanted to vote in Monroe County in the presidential general would had to have changed their registration or applied for the first time as a registrant in Monroe County by October 7th, which would have been the day before early voting started.
Yeah.
So these 7 clearly did not do that.
Okay. Very good.
All right, do we have a motion for these 7?
I will make a motion to reject these 7 ballots because the voters were not registered in Monroe County in time to vote in this presidential election.
I second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, those 7 ballots are rejected.
Next, we are going to Bloomington High School South, which encompasses Perry 9, Perry 10, Perry 12, Perry 13, and Perry 32. There are 3 provisional ballots. The seal is intact. I do find 3 provisional ballots, and they are in order by voter number, so for different reasons. Voter number 10, their proof of ID was not received, and so they would have had the 10 days to do so,
Secure.
and we have not received that.
And you all reach out to them and
A
let them
letter.
know that they've got 10 days, right?
So when they vote on election day, there's a piece of paper inside of these envelopes that they're given that says that they have 10 days.
Okay.
And then also the inspectors tell them as well and let them know that all the information that they need is on that piece of paper.
Okay, great, thanks.
Yep. I will say on this one, though, voter number 11, they were at the correct polling site, but they were given the wrong ballot, but for the wrong precinct. So they were actually P10, but they were given a P9 ballot. So that one is one that you guys may want to review a little bit.
Yeah.
May I ask you if we could see a sample of P9 and P10? Because if they're the exact same ballot, then I would be
They will be, I think, yeah.
open to
Yeah.
accepting that.
And then on voter 12, says that the voter wasn't 18 at the time of registration.
So, my recollection, and Kylie may want to weigh in, my recollection is like, when you go to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles and they ask you if you want to register, you have to be 18 by the election. So my thought is that this person went to get their driver's license before they were 18. Because they weren't 18 when they went to get the license, when they turned 18, they didn't go back. Am I making sense? They were 17 the day they would have applied if they went to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles to get their driver's license. They would be 18, so it was rejected at the time that the voter registration was received. They turned 18, didn't come back,
Okay.
and they believed they were registered and they were not.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we can circle back to voter number 11, there is one race that is the difference between Perry 10 and Perry 9. Otherwise, the ballot is the same. I would be inclined to accept that with just throwing out that one race. Because everything else on the ballot would be the same. Because this person did what they were supposed to do.
In reviewing that, I have no problem with taking that
I
stance
don't
and
either. I
accepting
mean,
that.
it's not going to be
Yeah.
dispositive for those races anyway.
No, it isn't.
So which precinct?
He received Perry
So he should have
9, and he
been.
should have been Perry 10.
Okay. Okay, that one goes
Okay.
with that one.
Yes. So, did we do a motion for this?
I don't think we did a motion for 9, or
So-
10, I'm sorry.
Okay, so we're going back to
10.
10,
Right.
which is,
Failed to cure.
okay, I will make a motion that we reject that ballot.
Second,
Yeah, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Then do we have a motion for voter 11?
Yes.
Which was given the wrong ballot.
I will make a motion that we accept the provisional ballot for voter number 11 and recommend that because there is one race where, had he been
Yeah.
given the correct ballot, but for that, he voted as he should, and this is no fault of his own, that we throw that race out
I second.
and accept the
Yeah.
rest of the ballot.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, and then voter number 12.
So let me ask a question on voter 12. So when this person showed up to vote, were they on the election roll? The poll book?
No.
Okay.
And it is exactly as I said, the voter registration was at the BMV, it was rejected because of age, and then the voter, when they turned, either someone didn't tell them, or it just didn't occur to them to, once they had their 18th birthday, to come back. That's one of the unfortunate things about, the BMV doesn't want to be the police. They ask everybody the question, do you want to register to vote here? And so.
What's the pleasure here?
I defer, ma'am.
Well, they weren't registered to vote.
I can look at it
Think we
because
can-
legally, you have to be 18 by the time you vote. The voter
Who's
is
18?
18 now.
But they didn't register. Unless it's on the poll,
They're not on the poll book.
no,
They're not an SVRS as well.
right.
So
Did
there's
they-
no
they
way for
don't
us to
appear
mark any
anywhere.
type of history for
Okay.
them. And
Then
they did
that-
not fill out it, and they
They
didn't
did
fill
not
out a
fill out.
registration there.
And
Okay.
didn't try to cure anything when they had the time after
Right.
casting the ballot. So I would move to reject this provisional ballot.
I will say.
Let me ask you a question. So if you register at the BMV, you'll get a voter registration card sent to you if it's accepted.
Yes.
right?
And if it's
since it wasn't
rejected, we send a letter that says that you have been rejected due to, and then the reasoning for that. So this voter would have received a
So they
letter
would have
saying
had
that.
notification that they needed to
Yep.
fix their registration. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better about the motion. Okay, all those in favor of rejecting ballot number 12, say aye.
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 All right, that one goes in the do not count pile.
Do not count. Okay. We had no provisional ballots issued at Burgoon Baptist Church, so we are moving on to Christ Community Church, which encompasses Bloomington 21, Perry 7, and Perry 16. We have 2 provisional ballots. The seal is intact. I do find 2 envelopes for voter number 13, proof of identification not received, and they have not come in the 10 days to bring us proof
Sure.
of the identification.
Okay.
Okay. Very good.
And the second one, they're just not registered.
Correct. Voter is not included on the poll list. He completed his registration with the BMV many months ago. That can happen. A lot of clerks are frustrated with that, because I've asked of the BMV, what happens? So if you register at the BMV, then it is sent to the Indiana Election Division, and then the Indiana Election Division sends it to the county. And so something has happened between the time that that person believed that they registered at the BMV. Something happened and there was a glitch somewhere, but it did not make it to Monroe County.
And so like if you look today, that person would not be in our voter registration rolls?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. That's unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate. But the sword cuts both ways, whether
Yeah.
you're 18 or not. The BMV
Yeah.
is no discriminator against that.
All right, do we have a motion for ballots 13 and 14?
I will make a motion to reject both voter 13 and voter 14's ballot.
Okay, all those in favor?
I have
You
to
didn't say.
second.
Oh, second? Sorry.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, there's those 2.
I do always encourage people to actually come here to register, because that way we know what we can count on with the amazing staff that we have, rather than go to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. I know that that is convenient while you're right there, but in these instances, it's just unfortunate. So, the next one is Eastview Church of the Nazarene, which encompasses Perry 21, Perry 22, Perry 26, and,
Salt Creek.
thank you. In my mind, I was getting ready to say South Creek, and I knew that wasn't right, so I stopped myself. So there are 4 provisional ballots. The seal is intact. And I do find 4 envelopes. Voter number 15 voted at the wrong polling site. They should have been at Jackson Creek Middle School, and it says unable to make it to Jackson Creek Middle School.
Okay, and others are just not registered?
Not registered, so I would make a recommendation that we take 2 votes, one for the wrong one. In a previous incarnation of the election board, if they had the same ballot, the election board would have considered it. I don't believe that that is an option available to us today. But that's unfortunate that that happened. And it looks like it might have happened close to when the polls closed, because I thought it said they didn't have time to get to Jackson Creek.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't say what time of day, but yeah.
Maybe a good reason for having vote centers.
Vote centers, agreed.
So if you do the one, make the motion for the one, I'll do the others.
All right. I make a motion that the provisional ballot for voter number 15 be rejected.
Second.
All right, all those in favor? say
Aye.
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 Okay. And then I will make the motion that we reject voters 16, 17, and 18 because they were not registered in Monroe County. At least one of them registered after the deadline. Actually, may look like all of them registered after the deadline.
I
Okay, we
second.
have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Yeah, they updated it, but too late, yeah. And they were late, too. All right, here's those three.
All right. I need to count. Give me just a minute. $42?
So can we separate these out by, we've got one that was number 37. That looks like they were a canceled voter, but they're still at the same address that they were previously registered at. Am I reading that right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd like to treat that one separately, and then
I would
there's-
agree with you.
And then there are three that are in the voted in the wrong precinct category. Maybe we could handle those three together,
Okay.
and then the rest are all just registered in the wrong county or not registered at all.
Did you have 42? I thought you guys were counting, never mind.
Yeah.
I believe we have 42, and that is for election operations, which
Yeah.
is for Bloomington 3, Bloomington 7, Perry 6, Perry 8, Perry 15, and Perry 31. Unless you feel strongly, I'm going to trust that all 42 are here. Thank you. The mailman coming in makes me want to give a shout out on Election Day. They were wonderful to us and made sure that as ballots, they received ballots, they brought them in here to us because you do have to receive those mail ballots by 6 o'clock on Election Day. We have incredible mail people. Okay, so you would like to treat voter number 37?
Yeah, so for 37, it says they're canceled registration, but they live at the same address, where I assume they were previously registered?
Yes. And that's what it says, the voter was dropped from the polls, from the rolls, despite maintaining the same address. So as with the other one, a certificate of error would have been issued, correct? Voter number 37?
Is it an error?
So this one was they were canceled, but they live at the same address, which means that they could have been given the, I can't think of the word,
They could have been.
fail-safe ballot,
Fail-safe, but,
which means that they were probably given the ballot that they are registered with. Let me make sure. I can have them confirm that this would be the same precinct, the P8, and if so, then that ballot could be valid since they have been canceled, but should not have been canceled.
Okay. Well, why don't we set that one aside while you do that?
okay. And then tell me the others that you want me to pull out.
Well, I would recommend that we do voters 19 through 24, 26 through 36, 38 through 41, and 43 through 50 as one
As
batch.
one, okay. So first is 19 through 24, correct?
Yeah.
All right, give me just a moment, please. Okay. That's 19 through 24, and then 26,
26 through 30,
Oh, look at 31.
I guess through 30.
through 30.
I
Bear
think
with-
I actually spoke to voter 31, or voter 30.
Okay,
And if I recall, he was going to make a dash
okay,
to Marion County
Okay, 31. All right.
hold on,
because they have
please.
vote centers.
Okay. All right, so I'm at 30. 31 is one we're going to take a look at. Okay, so then 32 through
36?
36, please bear with me. Okay, 37, we are going
Yeah, we're going
to take a
ballot that
look
one.
at, okay, 38 through
50.
38 through 50.
Mhm.
You don't want to take out 42?
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Yeah, we do.
Okay, so
Apologies.
38 through 41.
Yeah, and then 43 through 50.
Please excuse me.
This is voter,
37.
That's the first
Oh,
one.
you have, because I'm
37.
looking for 37.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm looking.
That's the one. he
They
has.
have 37.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Thank you.
And then the notes at the top of the ballot above the precinct.
Okay.
They're-
So this is where they registered, this is where they voted. It looks like the ballots are the same.
And that should be-
Yeah, same ballot.
Okay.
We are taking out 42, correct? Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's what we did, so.
Okay.
Okay. We are taking out voter number 51, correct?
Yes.
To consider? Okay.
Mhm.
I'm almost done, thank you. And we are taking out voter number 57 for consideration, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then these last three. Okay, so this bundle is the not registered, these are for consideration.
Okay.
Might I recommend that with the exception of the ones that we have removed for extra consideration, that we reject this group of ballots in bulk because they were not registered in Monroe County
Yep.
on Election Day?
I'm good with that.
I second.
All right, we have a motion, a second, to reject ballots 19 through 24, 26 through 30, 32 through 36, 38 through 41, 43 through 50, 52 through 56, and 58 through 60. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, those are in the
This is the reject.
Reject.
And so we're circling back to voter number 25.
Yes.
And so the registration was changed after the date of October 7th, and they voted at the wrong precinct.
That's 2 strikes.
This has changed registration after October 6th. Was it supposed
I
to be
think that was a
7th?
typo, would you say?
I would say it's probably November 6th is what, no, it probably was October 6th. Oh, they changed it after October 6th, so I don't have the
Yeah.
exact date of when they changed it.
Oh, okay,
So
I
it's-
see.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Just wanted to be clear.
Okay. What's our pleasure?
I make a motion to reject voter number 25's provisional ballot.
Second.
All right, we have a motion, a second to reject that ballot. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, Nets is 37. We have that one over here. And this is another canceled voter.
37?
Did you want to do?
I have that one, sir.
Oh,
Or wait a minute.
no,
31.
no,
31. I have
31.
31.
31.
That's what we're on, right? 31?
Yes,
Okay.
Oh, 31,
don't look
sorry.
at that one.
So I feel like I walked into election operations. No, we got a call. We got a call. And it said that they were registered in Monroe and Marion. I don't know if you recall the gentleman who
I do.
came in. And to show,
Yeah.
he definitely declared in person that his intent was to be registered in Monroe. Somehow, it got registered at his parents' address, but the voter's intention was to vote and cast a ballot for the presidential general in Monroe.
And do we have any way to validate that he did not also vote in Marion County?
Other than the fact that he was here in person, because if you recall, we sent him,
I know, I'm just saying.
it would show up that he had
Yeah.
already voted
Well-
in Marion.
But he might have voted after he was here. So,
I feel like that was closer to the end of the day, where he wouldn't have had time to.
since it's a vote center county, I don't know whether he would have made it or not.
Let's put that one aside so we can at least make an attempt to confirm that.
Sure.
I mean, I remember the conversation,
Okay.
but I just feel better if I know that he didn't also vote in Marion County.
So now you have the one, that's number.
So now we're
37.
on voter 37. This was a, I guess, potentially inaccurately canceled registration. They lived at the same address that they had lived previously where they were registered, and filed a petition, provisional based on the fact that they were dropped from the rolls despite maintaining the same address since 2019.
I make a motion to accept provisional ballot number 37.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor of accepting ballot 37, say aye.
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 If you give me that one, I will hand it to Ashley for the accept pile over there. Thank you. Okay, and then we are going to voter number 42,
Yes.
correct? Okay. Voter number 2, proof of ID not received, and the comments on there are unable to provide picture ID today, and it does not appear that they provided that ID in the past 10 days.
Okay.
I make a motion to reject voter, provisional ballot 42.
All right, Do we have a second? Second. All those in favor say aye.
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 All right, 42 is rejected.
42 is rejected?
Yes.
Okay, circling back to our voter
31.
number
31.
31, thank you. There's no voting history in Marion County, so the ballot that he would have cast on Election Day was the
Okay.
ballot.
Okay.
And so with
Okay.
that, I will make a motion to accept voter number 31's ballot, that he only voted in Monroe, and that was his intention as he declared in person on Election Day.
Second.
All right, we have a motion, or, a motion and a second. All those in favor accepting ballot 31.
31.
Aye.
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 All right. All right, ballot 51.
51. Says that
This person voted in the wrong precinct.
voted in the wrong precinct, and that precinct was not one that was at election operations.
Correct.
Says voter is assigned to a precinct at Bloomington High School South. This is one I'm gonna guess they didn't have time to get down there on Election Day.
Did you want to look at the ballot for,
Well,
Or-
I have mixed, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's one thing if you're at, well, I don't know. I won't say anything more. Just want to make sure we're consistent, so.
sure.
For consistency, then I guess we would reject.
Yeah, I mean, the one that we accepted, I mean, they were given the wrong ballot.
Right.
That's one thing,
Okay,
but,
true.
I mean,
Okay.
I mean,
Makes
if we
sense.
had, if we had, a different precinct system where we have voter centers, it wouldn't matter. But I mean, if we start accepting ballots that are made at Election Central on Election Day instead of precinct bases, we're basically turning Election Central into a day of
Sure. Satellite
voting
location.
center. I don't think we can do
Makes
that.
sense. No, I agree. I make a motion that provisional ballot number 51 be rejected.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we reject ballot 51. All in favor, please say aye.
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 And it looks like we have the same issue with ballot 57.
57. Okay.
So this person voted Election Central instead of their polling place on Election Day.
Election ops.
Yes, thank you.
For the consistency's sake, I will make a
Yeah.
motion that we reject voter number 57's ballot because they should have voted at a different location.
Correct.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we reject ballot 57. All those in favor, say aye.
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 So I have, maybe I didn't give it to Kylie. Hold on. Oh, yes, we already rejected ballot number 30, voter number 38, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I just didn't give it to Kylie, sorry. All righty. So we are moving on to Ellisville Christian Church, where we have 10 provisional ballots. The seal is intact.
So it looks like in this batch, there are 4, 63, 64, 68, and 70, that are all not registered but voted.
Are you wanting to consider?
Can we just consider
63,
those first?
64?
Yeah.
Okay, please bear with me a moment. There were the correct number of ballots in here, but I got them out of order with apologies. Okay, these are the 4 to which you refer.
All right. I guess I have a question on number 63. This is their, so the voter says that address incorrect in system.
That seems more like something that would have been written by an inspector. Are you asking
Well,
if the
it's-
voter?
That's written by the,
Oh. Well, hang on, 'cause that looks very different to me. Maybe they filled everything out for the voter and then just asked them to verify and sign.
but I guess the reason I ask that is that it's listed on our sheet as them not being registered. And on the ballot, it says that address is incorrect in system. Does that mean they're registered but just had a different address, or?
I think Kylie is checking for
Okay.
us. Do you want to set that one aside and address
Yeah.
the other ones?
Yeah, because the other 3 are all checked. The voter's name is not included on the poll list. It's a fail-safe ballot.
I will make a motion to reject voters 64, 68, and 70 for not being registered in Monroe County in time to vote in this presidential election.
I second.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
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 All right, so 64, 68, and 70 are not going to be counted.
And you're checking on?
63 is not registered and in the SVRS system.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so whoever put the address down,
Yeah.
just,
All right, we got a motion to reject this one?
You do.
second.
All right, so we have a motion and a second to reject ballot 63. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Okay.
Okay. Are we circling back to 61?
We are.
Okay, new voter who registered in the week prior, but not in time. It was after the deadline, but registered the week before. So, I don't know how they registered, but if you register, we would have told them you didn't register in time.
Right.
So maybe they registered online?
Yes.
Okay. And so there's nothing that comes up online to tell you you can't vote in this presidential?
Nope. When you register online, it just shows that your registration has been completed, and it won't tell you if it's past the deadline or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have a motion on ballot 61?
I will make a motion that we reject the provisional ballot for voter number 61.
Second.
All right, moving second. All those in favor, say aye.
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 All right.
Voter number 62, no photo ID They presented with an Ohio driver's license, and of course, it would not be legal for us to accept an out-of-state driver's license.
And they had an opportunity to cure to bring other kind of identification that would have made
Yes.
them a qualified voter, and they did not.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I make a motion to reject.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot
62.
62.
Okay.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, none. Okay. 65.
This voter, there was an address change, but they were at the correct precinct.
What does that mean? They,
So they did a change of address form. I'm thinking it might have been a misunderstanding of the inspector that they gave them a provisional instead of letting them vote as is.
Right.
So this will be
That
one for
happens.
consideration of approval.
yeah.
I will make a recommendation that we accept the ballot for voter number 65.
Second.
All right, moving and seconded that we accept ballot 65. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. 66. Looks like a wrong precinct.
Should have voted at the Washington precinct. Where was the Washington precinct? I think the result is going to be the same, sir. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Where's the,
I believe Washington is Burgoon.
oh, my
Oh.
goodness. And they were
my
at
goodness.
the Ellisville
No,
Christian.
Burgoon is Polk, sorry.
And the only reason that
Family
I'm,
Life Church is Washington.
Family Life Church, that's nowhere near. That's very blessed. This is where vote centers would come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, I am going to make a motion. I'm just making sure I have the right voter. For voter number 66, that we reject, I'm not sure how this happened. It says the poll book has the wrong address. She was nowhere near where she
Yeah.
needed to be.
Okay. So your motion is to
To reject,
reject that ballot 66.
yes.
Second.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay. And then it looks like
Yes.
ballot 67 is the same issue.
Yes, they should have voted at precinct Perry 13, which would have been
Yeah, down south.
Bloomington High School South, and they were at
Ellisville.
Ellisville. That's just, those are just so far apart.
Yeah.
If it was sort of close, you could see what happened. I will make a motion to reject voter number 67's provisional ballot.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 67. All those in favor say aye.
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 None opposed. 69, no proof of ID and no cure. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Those, I think, are the easiest to cure, so that just makes it incredibly unfortunate.
I make a motion to reject
Second.
ballot 69.
All right, been moved and seconded that we reject ballot 69. All those in favor say aye.
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 We are moving on to Emmanuel Church, where we have 3. Seal is intact. And there are 3 envelopes in here. Do you want to consider 71 and 73 together?
Please.
Okay. Okay. Voters 71 and 73, proof of ID was not received, and they did not have it the day of the election, and then have not brought in their ID to cure it. I will make the motion to reject voters 71 and 73 for failure to present proper identification.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 None opposed. It looks like 62 is, or 72 is just not registered.
No record in the poll book. The inspector called elections, and they could not find a record of him. I will make a motion to reject voter number 72's ballot.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 72. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. We are moving on to Fairview Elementary, which is Bloomington 1, Bloomington 6, Bloomington 20. And we have 6. Seal was intact. And there are 6 envelopes inside. Are there any that you want? It looks like we would just take out 76, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Having taken those out, the other 5 voters were not registered in Monroe County on the day of the election.
Weird. Okay. Oh,
Yes. What about this one? This is ballot 75. It says registered vote recently, not in the system.
So they would not have registered in time for the
Yeah.
October 7th deadline, correct?
Well, they might have, and it just didn't get in the system, right? I mean,
Let me pull that one and I can check.
Okay, thank you.
Consideration pile?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So,
So we could take a motion on 74, 77, 78, and 79, if you'd like.
sure.
Those are all non-registered.
74, 77, 78, 79. I will make a motion that we reject those voters' ballots because they were not properly registered in Monroe County on Election Day.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Okay. While we wait for number 75, do you want to consider number 76?
Yeah, I just had a quick question on that one. Is like B20, B19, are they like
So
close by or what?
Fairview Elementary School is what we are considering, and I believe Bloomington 19 was at the Indiana Memorial Union, so same street, mile apart.
Yeah, I think I remember this person.
So I'm gonna guess that's gonna be a consistency.
Okay.
They could have the same ballot, but for
Yeah.
consistency's sake.
I agree.
Okay.
You wanna go, you wanna do that one?
Do you want to make this motion?
76.
Really?
76?
I will make a motion that we reject voter number 76 ballot for being in the wrong precinct.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Voter 75 is not registered. They show that they registered after the deadline.
Okay.
Okay, I
Thank
make
you for
them-
checking that out.
Yeah.
Yes. I make a motion that we reject ballot 75.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 75. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. We have one for Faith Lutheran Church. The seal is intact. It says not registered or canceled, Monroe County. Can you elaborate on that, or is this explained? Not included on the poll list and not eligible to vote.
I'll check on that one.
Okay.
It says canceled Monroe County.
The next packet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's just go on. to the
Okay,
next
so
one.
we're going to table Faith Lutheran Church and go to the Family Life Church while we wait, and then we're also considering this one, or? I thought we voted on that one.
We did, we rejected that one.
Okay, then I'm gonna put that one in the rejected pile.
Yeah.
And we are moving on to Family Life Church, which is for Bloomington 12. It serves Bloomington 12 and the Washington precincts, and there should be 5. The seal is intact. I'm gonna guess you'd like to consider the first 4 and then the last one separately, correct?
You know, I'm not sure we need to,
I think you can consider
we
all
can
of
probably do
them.
them all at once.
Right.
Oh,
I mean,
for Faith Family Life?
yeah, but I mean, it's,
It's gonna,
I mean, they had an opportunity to cure, they didn't, so, I mean, if you want to treat it separately, I don't care.
Sir, you are the
Yeah.
chair.
So what did he say?
85.
That inspector makes comments. They paid attention in class.
So for voter number 80, she had been canceled, but voted at the correct location. She should not have been canceled, so it would be a certificate of error for that one as well.
Okay, great, thank you.
You're welcome.
So you want to go back and do a motion for ballot 80? I assume we
I
want to
will make a
accept it.
motion that we accept voter number 80's ballot.
My second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we accept ballot 80. All those in favor say aye.
Aye,
Aye.
accept it. Okay, and so, Family Life Church, if I didn't say it's Bloomington 12 and Washington Townships.
Okay. I'm not sure what this says. It says registered in something, voter ID.
It looks to me like it says registered in line.
Or online.
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 Registered online, and they actually have
I got
all
close.
of the. And they have a receipt on the phone.
What number is that?
This is
81. 81.
81.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So on number 82, they're not on the poll book. They claim that they spoke to Electric Central, verified new registration, did not transfer from Morgan County in April, when the BMV indicated the record would be updated. I'm not sure what that means.
Can we table it?
Yeah, these all have like extensive notes.
This inspector now.
Yeah, it's helpful.
That's exactly right.
Voter changed, I think maybe address to Monroe, or registration to Monroe County in 2024. Mid-June completed. That's probably online, indiana.gov. But no receipt. So that's an
And
odd
which one is, which, one? But they,
that was number 83.
So, but she's showing that on this, that they were registered in a different county.
Yep,
So they may have been registered, but not in Monroe County.
that's what I'm thinking. Same thing with the next one.
Correct. That would be,
They,
82,
the next
83,
one
and
says
84.
that they complete a Indiana.gov change from Hamilton on November 1st, which we're going to pass the deadline.
Pass the
yes,
deadline.
past the deadline.
Okay. And then on number 85, they presented an expired driver's license.
Yeah.
Now,
We'll treat that one second.
Yeah, because that one depends on when it expired.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to that one.
Okay.
All right, so what would you all like to do with, I think really the.
82, 83, and 84. Do you want to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's deal with 82
Okay.
through 84.
I make a motion to reject 82, 83, and 84 ballots.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Now, we're circling
Let's
back
go back to 81.
81, his registration shows that it came in online after the deadline.
I will make a motion to reject the ballot for voter number 81 because the registration was after the deadline.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 81. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, 85.
All the
So
drivers.
they had an invalid, I guess an invalid ID. So the expiration on the driver's license was from March of 2021.
So,
And it would have had to be November 8th of '22.
So there is a provision if it's expired, but it has to be expired within a reasonable
Within
period.
the last general election.
Yeah, yeah, so, and they had an opportunity to cure too.
Correct. They
Correct.
could have went to the BMV, got it updated and brought in the updated paper or their actual license.
Yeah, okay.
I make a motion to reject ballot 85.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 85. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We are going to Grandview Elementary School where we have 5 provisional ballots. The seal is intact. Grandview Elementary encompasses Van Buren 4, 5, and 6. How would you like to address those, Mr. Chair? We do have 5 envelopes.
Okay. So the first one, they did not present ID and did not cure.
Correct.
You want to handle that one separately?
Sure.
I can get a motion on that one.
So moved.
All right. Do we have a second?
Oh, second, sorry.
Okay, so we have a motion to reject ballot 86. All those in favor say aye.
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 These look tricky.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to say 88 and 89, separate from 87?
Let's just do 87, because I want to look at 88.
So 87, the voter is not registered, did not appear on the poll list.
Okay.
Make a motion, yes, I make a motion to reject ballot 87.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to reject ballot 87, non-registered voter. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Voter number
88.
88 might be a little easier unless Kylie gives us other information. The notes say, not in the system. He said he registered 10/10 and showed a screenshot of this. 10/10 would have been after the 10/7 deadline. And so unless Kylie has something, but I feel like if he showed the screenshot, it probably said what is written here.
Yeah.
Do you want to wait for something, or you want
Yeah, if she's looking up, we might as well.
Is she looking up something with regard to this one or
to?
a
I
different
believe.
one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
88.
great.
Very,
Then let's
thank
wait.
you. We gonna keep her.
All right, we'll just pause for a second then. It'd be a lot easier if we had same-day registration and vote centers.
From a legislative perspective, I can tell you it is not likely that Indiana will see same-day registration.
That's not what I hear you.
I'm just telling you, as somebody who goes to the State House regularly to testify, it is not likely that the
I know.
legislators are there for that. But vote centers are successful in Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
So
fix
we
that.
split the baby on that one.
Yeah, hopefully we get that done. I was looking for the IMU votes.
No, don't.
Yeah, it's like last
No, I bet you think it's.
4 pages,
Oh,
almost.
oh, good gravy. Oh,
Okay,
I think I probably talked
we're
to
ready
everyone
when
on
you
that.
are. Okay, so voter number 88 is not at all registered?
He was canceled, and he should not have been canceled, but his precinct would have been B14. So he's not at the wrong, he's
He
not
was
at the
at the
right
wrong-
location.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a couple of things that, but he should not have been canceled, and that has been addressed?
Yes.
Okay, so he was at the wrong precinct.
So,
Okay. Do you have a motion on,
yeah, I make a
Ballot
motion.
88.
Yeah, I make a motion to reject ballot 88.
Second.
all right, been moved second to reject ballot 88. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Number 89, they are in the system, but they show that they have no voting history. So they were canceled due to not having any voting history, so they should have been canceled.
All right.
Okay, then I will make a motion to reject voter number 89's ballot for never having a voting history.
Second?
So the way our system works, you can register, but if you don't vote over what period of time,
2 presidential elections,
2 elections, then you get canceled.
Correct.
And you have to,
Re-register.
and then you re-register.
okay. That is the system we have. Okay, all those in favor of rejecting ballot 89?
Aye.
Aye.
And then voter 90 shows in the system that they are active, but they should have voted at Van Buren 9. That is their precinct. And they had voted with Van Buren 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
Where's Van Buren 9? Was it even close?
I don't think it really matters, does it?
Probably not, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have a motion on ballot 90?
I'm motion that we reject ballot 90.
Second.
All right, so we have moved and second that we reject ballot 90. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay.
Okay, moving on to, there were none at Harrodsburg. We are moving on to Highland Park Elementary, where we should have 2. Seal is intact. And there are 3 envelopes
Ruh-roh.
in here. Okay, so I have one for 91, one for 92, and then we have a third, if you can tell us what's going on with that while we consider the other 2. Is that fair?
They did not fill out anything at all. Voter decided to go to correct precinct.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Oh, so we don't have to consider that because they voted and went to the correct precinct and we should be good?
Yep.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Whew.
I'm glad they did that.
yeah, no kidding.
All right, so for ballot 91, It's just flat out not
Not
registered.
registered. No comments.
Okay. Can I get a motion on ballot 91?
So moved.
Second.
That it be rejected.
Rejected?
Oh, sorry.
All right, great.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, so 91. Make sure it's the right one. 91 was rejected. Then we have ballot 92, so that they didn't sign their ballot.
Correct. So here they did not sign actually to continue through with the provisional.
What's the 3227 South Market mean?
I'm assuming that's their address that
In
they're
Indianapolis?
registered
No,
at.
no, it's-
No.
No,
We have
it's
one
a
that
It says
Bloomington.
Bloomington, But they signed the back, but just not the front?
Correct, and they would have to sign the front in order for us to potentially accept the ballot.
Because the front acknowledges,
That they're saying that they're in the wrong precinct or they don't have all the qualifications to cast a ballot that day.
Man, so, I mean, but it was,
I'm gonna check to make sure they were at the right location.
Okay.
yeah, because, but you do have the election workers
Yeah,
affirming the affidavit.
yeah.
So it seems like if they were doing that affirmation, they could have
Just
noticed
missed
that
it.
they didn't
Yeah.
sign.
agree.
Yeah. So if they vote in the right place, I mean, I think I'd count that one.
I'm with you, sir.
I am too.
So we don't have their date of birth, and we were unable to search them in the SVRS system. So when you type in the voter's name, it shows no records found.
So we have nothing to tie it to if we were to
Oh.
accept it.
Correct.
That's unfortunate.
Say that again, so,
We have nothing, we have no,
They're
because
not
we
on the
can't
rolls?
confirm the date of birth, we have nothing to tie this ballot to.
To anyone,
Like,
really.
so if your name is John Smith, you gotta be the John Smith who was born on New Year's Day, 1970,
okay.
and there's nothing, so.
So is that a
this-
different way of saying that this voter is not on our rolls?
Yeah.
Or at least we cannot confirm
We
that they're on?
can't confirm that they're in our rolls.
Okay,
Okay.
that's different.
It is. I will make a motion to reject voter number 92's ballot.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 92. All those in favor say aye.
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 We are moving on to the Indian Creek Lions Club, which encompasses the Indian Creek precinct. The seal is intact, and we should have 5. And I do find 5. Any that you want to consider separately, or?
Let's just go through them. I mean, it won't take that long. I think there's 2 that are just not registered, but
So voter number 93 changed their address to an address in Ellettsville, so they would have not voted at the correct precinct?
They should have voted one last time at that location with the fail-safe. So
Okay.
their ballot could be
Can be
accepted.
considered?
Yeah, could be
Okay.
considered.
Changed
for
address
an
30
accept.
days before election. Unless you have objections, I'm going to make a motion to accept.
okay.
I second.
I agree with that. All right. So we have a motion to accept ballot 93. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That's your accept pile,
Which is so tiny.
I know.
Okay.
relatively.
Voter number 94, not registered, and they live in Greene County? Or they're registered in Greene County?
All right. That doesn't work. Okay, do we have a motion on ballot 94?
I will make a motion to reject voter number 94's provisional ballot because they are registered in Greene County and not Monroe.
A second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 94. All those in favor say aye.
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 All right, that's at 95. Registered at old address, no longer shows up on the poll
Yep,
book.
correct.
So
So
this,
they're no longer showing in the poll book, which means
At
they
all.
would have been canceled.
So it
Because
was
Basically,
properly
they're not
canceled.
registered.
They're not registered, yeah.
Right. I make a motion that ballot number 95 be rejected.
second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 95. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. 96, not registered.
This is one where they registered with the BMV, but it did not show up on the poll book. Looks like Kylie's checking something.
I'm checking 97 for their precinct.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
And and we don't have any other information as far as timing or anything, but, I mean,
Yeah, for consistency's sake, it's one of those that went,
Yeah.
they should have registered here. It's just unfortunate.
okay, do we have a motion on ballot 96?
I make a motion to reject ballot 96.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Then on 97, registration was canceled.
So they were canceled, but they have an active voting record, and they were at the correct location.
I will
Okay.
make a motion to accept the ballot for voter number 97.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to accept ballot 97. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, Jackson Middle Creek had no provisional ballots. We are moving on to Meadowwood. That's one of my favorites. We have one. Seal is intact. I don't know if we've ever shared that Meadowwood was closed during the pandemic. They did not allow them to be used as a polling site, and so they were very excited to come back as a polling site, and very excited when we showed up to do a site visit. But unfortunately, voter number 98 appears to be, Meadowwood encompasses Bloomington 22, but this voter should have voted in Bloomington 15, which was at, looks like Tri-North Middle School. And that's not one of the one, we split up Arlington, so it wasn't Meadowwood. Arlington got split because of the construction between North and Tri-North. So this one wouldn't have fallen into that. It's just a
Just
mistake.
voted the wrong precinct.
Yes, that's unfortunate. I will make a motion to reject voter number 98's ballot.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 98. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Sherwood Oaks had no provisional ballots. Moving on to Smithfield Christian Church encompassing Clear Creek 2. The seal was intact, and there should be 3 envelopes inside. Ooh. Okay. Any that you want to consider separately or one at a time, or, sir?
Yeah, let's do 99 first.
Okay.
It sounds like they were registered in the proper precinct.
Okay, so 99, this was open like this.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna fold this over while we chat about it. Yes, it looks like they were eligible to vote. Do we have any insight on voter number 99?
99, so they were eligible for a fail-safe, so they'd be able to vote one last time.
Okay, so they moved, but coming back one last time.
Okay. So it's legit.
Say on the other
Yes.
side.
I will make a motion to accept voter number 99's ballot.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to accept ballot 99. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Okay, cool. We've got all Nice,
Go back in it or something?
nice annotations by the staff.
Yes, that is Miss
Poll
Ashley.
workers.
In her poll worker training, she's amazing.
Okay,
All right.
number,
100,
mhm.
okay, not registered, no evidence of registration in poll book. I will make a motion unless you see something different to reject voter number 100's ballot.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 100. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, we just ended the first quarter. For those of you keeping score at home. Okay.
Not quite doing as well as IU, are we?
No.
Voter number 101. Again, Smithville Church is Clear Creek 2, and they appear to be registered in Van Buren 2.
Yeah.
I make a motion to reject.
I will second.
101.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 101. All those in favor, say aye.
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 We are moving on to Souls Harbor Church, where we had one provisional. The seal is intact. I actually went to officiate a wedding for someone who works here, a family member of someone who works here, so I got to see Souls Harbor as I was driving to the wedding.
We saw it as well.
That's true.
Okay.
I had no idea where it was.
I didn't either until I pulled up. All righty, so that was Souls Harbor Church, which encompasses Clear Creek 1 and Perry 24. This voter was registered in Perry 24, but presented with no identification
Okay.
and did not cure it in the last 10 days.
I make a motion to reject.
Second.
Ballot 102.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 102. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye. Moving on to St. John's Catholic Church, which encompasses Richland 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9. Again, that's Richland 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9. Voter number 103 is the only voter to have cast the provisional ballot at St. John's. The seal is intact. I do find one envelope, and this person was registered in the correct precinct but had no photo ID, and none has been presented within 10 days. I will make a motion to reject the ballot of 103.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 103. All those in favor, say aye.
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 We are moving on to the Steinsville Lions Club, which encompasses Bean Blossom 1, Bean Blossom 2, and Bean Blossom 3. We have 4 provisional ballots. The seal is intact. Are you wanting to consider 106 separately from the others, or?
I don't think so.
Okay. Then we are looking at either not registered or registered in the wrong, or showed up to the wrong polling site because they were in a different.
So this one's not registered. This one's not registered. This one is registered but voted in the wrong precinct. And this one is not registered.
I make a motion to reject ballots 104, 105, 106, and 107.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballots 104 through 107. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Okay. We had no provisional ballots at Summit Elementary, so we are moving on to Tri-North Middle School, which encompasses Bloomington 2, Bloomington 14, Bloomington 15, and Bloomington 24. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 provisional ballots. The seal was intact. There are 8 envelopes here, and our colleagues are checking on voter number 111. Okay, would you like to consider all of the others together? And I'll pull out 111.
Yeah. But I guess yeah, let's deal with the other ones first.
So they are either not registered or registered in a different county.
So this one is not registered. Not registered. Not registered. Not not registered. They pulled out the one. This one's not registered. This one's not registered. And this one is not
Registered.
registered in Monroe County.
If you want to do a bundle, this voter is registered in Putnam County.
He was canceled here in Monroe County and then registered in Putnam County.
Okay.
When was the cancellation for here? Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Let's deal with all but 111.
Okay.
I make a motion to reject ballots 108, 109,
Oh, we got
110, but there's
110.
two 110s.
Yes, there are two 110s. I think that's just a scrivener's error because there are,
So
All of
should we
these were
make
the
that
right
110A?
Sure.
yes.
Okay, all right. So
110A.
108, 109, 110, 110A, 112, 113, and 114 for failure to register in Monroe County.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We'll come back to
Okay.
111.
Voter 111 was canceled in 2009.
And they showed up just out of the blue election day in Monroe County when they're really registered in Putnam County.
They show active in Putnam County currently.
Okay, well, here.
Oh, I hope they made it back to Putnam County to vote.
Okay.
I will make a motion to reject the ballot for voter number 111, who is registered in Putnam County and had not voted in Monroe since 2009.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay. We are moving on to Unionville Elementary School, which encompasses Benton 1 and Benton 2. There are 3 provisional ballots. The seal is intact, and I find 3 envelopes inside. Any that you want to consider separately?
That 116 looks weird.
Yeah, what's the story on 116?
So 116, they are registered in Benton too, so I would consider looking at the,
Were they canceled or something, or? Oh.
no,
okay, let's
it
take a
shows
look
that
at
they were registered. I'm assuming that they might have not been in the poll book for some reason.
So we need to look on the.
So one of them, it looks like maybe that's her married name and her maiden, maybe they were registered under the married name but presented ID under the,
Oh, okay, I
See
see
what I
that.
mean?
Maybe.
Yep.
What's it say on the envelope?
on the envelope, currently currently resides in another county. So is that a one last time vote?
Yeah, that would be, yeah,
Can't see it.
yeah. I would say that that one was, they've moved recently, but they couldn't find them in the poll book because they're registered under a different last name. And so then they just did a provisional, but she could have voted one last time here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say they did the provisional because they couldn't find her name in the poll book.
But there are 2 names here that one appears to be like maybe their original name, and then they appear to maybe recently married because they put in parentheses another name.
But we would need to know a little bit more to confirm that they could do the one last vote.
Right, because it would have had to be the last 30 days that they moved.
And so we don't know
And
that.
we did not get any additional information on that.
you know. I'd have a problem accepting that, but,
I would accept it.
You would?
Yeah, so if you would, and I'll move that we accept the ballot for voter number 116.
Okay, it's been, do we have a second?
That we accept it?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if I
They
feel
came back
comfortable
and
doing that
voted one
either.
last time in there.
But we
But
don't know that.
We don't know if they were eligible to do
Right.
that, because we don't know when they moved, right?
If they voted in the primary, would that make you more comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, that provision is only legit if you've moved within a certain period of time, right?
Yes. It does not make sense to me if you moved more than
Yeah.
30 days before that you would come all the way back. It'd just be easier to go to, because they clearly have moved to a different county.
Well, this is their current address, though, right?
This is their current address.
Yeah.
But they showed up at their old polling site one
Right.
last time, and they were registered there.
Yeah.
It shows the last time that they voted was the 2016 general.
Then I'll defer.
So that means we
Does
can't
that
tell
make
whether it
sense, though?
was
It
in the
says that
last
they're-
30 days.
They say they currently reside in another county.
Right.
The address on the back.
And what we don't know is whether they.
So
But the last time they voted,
Was
so
in
Freedom
Monroe.
is in
So-
Owen County?
I believe.
And
Yeah.
so we don't know whether they moved in the last 30 days or not.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
It could have been
I-
a situation where they looked up their registration and then just went to wherever they were registered.
sure.
Yeah.
So I would not second the motion to accept. I'd actually move to reject that ballot 116.
Do you need another motion, or do you need me to second that motion? Okay, because I thought maybe it died for lack of a second. All right, so I will second your motion to reject voter number 116's ballot.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to reject 116. All those in favor say aye.
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 All right, now we are going back to 115 and 117, who are either not registered or registered in another county.
Correct. Do we have a motion on those? I mean, they look pretty straight.
I will make a motion to reject ballots 115 and 117.
Yeah, so they moved from Marion County, but they didn't change their registration. So they're
Always.
still registered in Marion County.
All right. I second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballots 115 and 117. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Next, we have University Elementary, where we have 3 provisional ballots. The seal is intact. There are 3 envelopes. University Elementary encompasses Bloomington 9, Bloomington 10, Bloomington 11, and Bloomington 16. And so, looks like maybe the first 2 you want to consider, and then the last one separate?
Yeah,
Okay, so 118 and 119 not registered, and I don't see any comments.
yeah, they're just flat out not registered.
Okay. Make a motion that 118 and 119 be rejected.
Second.
All right, been moved and seconded to reject ballots 118 and 119. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Then what is the story with
Yeah.
120?
Looks
Says
to me
that-
like they're registered
Yeah.
and showed up to the place that they were supposed to.
Yeah.
120?
So the voter's name is not in the poll book, so let me check them really quickly.
Okay, we'll double check that one. So they must have said they were registered in,
B9, but couldn't find it.
If they're registered in B9, it seems like that would have
Yeah.
come up.
yeah.
And they were at the polling site for B9.
Mhm.
So maybe a certificate of error issue? Because the address they've
who's
given is right there,
Right.
like, that's that literal stone's throw.
So they are active, and I'm assuming that their name just didn't show up in the poll book, which could have been an error of it not uploading correctly. So it's going to be just a certificate of error, and then their ballot could be accepted after your approval.
I will make a recommendation, or I will make a motion to accept voter number 120's ballot because they showed up to their correct precinct.
Second.
All right, we got a motion and a second to approve ballot 120. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, or it's up, sorry.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the union.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so it looks like we've broken these up by bags.
Yes.
Oh, my Lord of mercy. So it looks like this is the easiest one. Bag number 1, IMU encompass Bloomington 5, Bloomington 18, Bloomington 19, and Bloomington 23. So these have 6. This first bag has 6. And I do find 6. Do you want the first 5?
Yes. So the first 5 ballots, none of these folks are registered in Monroe County, according to our notes.
Correct. They appear to be registered in other counties or not registered at all.
Yep, okay.
I will make a motion to reject voters 121 through voter 125 for not being registered in Monroe County on Election Day.
I second.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I just realized none of our mics are on. Are you able to pick this up okay? Okay, cool.
I checked before you came.
All right, great.
Okay, and then voter number 126, in the registered in Perry 21, which is not at the IMU. So they were in the wrong precinct
Yeah,
and maybe didn't have time to go to the right precinct.
yep.
I make a motion to reject
I will
ballot
second.
126.
Okay. We have a motion to reject ballot 126. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Bag number 2. Let me just say, I forget the gentleman's name who was handling provisionals at IMU. This guy deserves like major kudos
No kidding.
because he was inundated with a lot of provisional votes and handled it, I think, exceptionally well. Under a lot of pressure.
That would
agree.
be a difficult one, and I'm sure you all recall the number of people who showed up here at Election Central thinking that they could just bring their, they were IU students, went to IMU, but they had mail ballots for another county and thought that this was a drop-off site.
Yes. So I
is-
think we can handle number 127 through 175
Okay.
together,
I agree.
unless there's anything that is on the
That's-
ballots that
that's
would
what I-
indicate otherwise.
Would do, so I'll go and pull out. And are there any else in this bag that you want to?
Let's just take that
Just that one?
first tranche.
Oh, just that first, okay.
Because then 96 might, or 76 might be
Oh,
interesting.
that looks weird.
Yeah.
My heavens.
I mean, they had so many that we had to take more bags.
Is that where you went to deliver more bags?
Oh, yes.
I knew you went there,
We were there a couple
To-
times.
yeah. Oh, my goodness. This is a lot.
Just a few more.
Okay. please give me a moment to pull out voter number
I think, yeah, if we just go
176.
through, yeah.
We pray these are in order. Getting close. Okay. This one is 176.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah, it looks like all of them through 205 are all the same, except for 197, but they're voting in the wrong precinct,
okay, so you want me to pull out
Or 180.
197?
and 183.
Okay, hold on. 183, hold caller. Okay, I pulled out 183, and then the next.
197.
197. Okay. $197. Okay, so those are the ones that you want to consider. These are,
Right.
there you go, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so it might be best to start with a batch 127 through 175.
Okay.
These are all ballots cast by voters who are not registered in Monroe County at all.
Correct,
They could be registered in other counties, but they are not registered here.
correct.
Got to get a motion on ballots 127 through 175.
I will make a motion to reject ballots 127 through 175.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballots 127 through 175. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's a stack.
Ooh. Can we call that a workout?
Okay, so then for 176,
So 176, their registration was canceled, but they voted in the 2020 election, so it should not have been canceled.
that's what I thought, okay.
I will make a motion to accept voter number 176's ballot.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to accept ballot 176. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Next.
That says, I assume that, yeah, number 177, it looks like they attempted to register in Hamilton County, but was rejected because they're too young.
I apologize because I don't recall you asking me to pull out 177.
I didn't.
Okay,
Yeah, so 177 is they had registered in Hamilton County, but they were underage when they did register. So they never re-registered
And they're
once
not
they were of
reg-
age.
And they're not registered, okay.
Yep.
So we can.
I will make a motion to reject ballot 177.
You have a second?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 177. Then 178 through 182.
Did you-
I'm sorry, we already did,
Oh.
we haven't done those yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So we would need a motion on 178 through 182.
I make a motion that,
These are all voters who are not registered in Monroe County.
correct.
Second.
I make a motion to reject 178, 79, 80, 81, and 82.
Okay, so we have a motion to reject ballots 178 through 182. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 So then 183 says that they're registered in Bloomington 5.
So they're registered in Bloomington 5 at the address that is on there for you guys. And then on the provisional itself, there is a different address. So I believe it was going to be a change of address, so they should have been able to vote one last time there.
Okay.
I will make a motion to accept voter number 183's provisional ballot.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to accept ballot 183. All those in favor, say aye.
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 So this is accept.
Oh, sorry. Accept.
And then we have,
197.
well, we can get a motion on 184 through 196. None of these folks are registered in Monroe County.
So moved.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballots 184 through 196. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Next one is ballot 197. It looks like they were registered, they voted in the wrong precinct.
Correct.
Okay.
I will make a motion to reject ballot number 197.
A second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 197. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And then for ballots 198 through 200, I almost said 2005. Ballots 198 through 205. These folks are not registered in Monroe County. Do I have a motion?
I motion that ballots 198 through 2005 be rejected.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we reject ballots 198 through 205.
Bless
All
your
those in-
heart.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Okay.
Now we move on to bag
Bag number
three
3.
from the IMU.
I don't know if Ms. Kylie would want to elaborate, but I know we were concerned about the number of people who started showing up down here, and I didn't know at the time, but she explained today, there were other groups, not our people, that were trained, but other groups telling voters at the IMU that they could come down. Do you mind
That
to
they-
elaborate?
Yeah, so we were informed that there were some groups on campus that were telling students that they could come here to have a ballot printed for their state, and also that they could turn in their ABS ballots here for another state by 6 p.m. and it would still count. We were also informed that they were encouraging students to come and do provisionals because their vote would count no matter what.
And what I wonder
Did we
particularly.
get anybody's name on
Yeah.
that?
What I wonder particularly for those out-of-state students whose elections may look very, very different than the state of Indiana, that they're giving out things for their state, you know, political rules for their state, because in their state, you might be able
Sure.
to register the same day. You might be able to drop your ballot off and that election office will send it somewhere else. But it was very, very sad, because you could see, I just remember a particular group of young ladies who kind of all came together on the buddy system to turn in their ballot, and we recognized immediately that it was not one of our envelopes. It wasn't in the style or format of the Monroe County envelopes, and so we knew it wasn't for our office, and we had to, and one young lady, I think was from Hamilton County, came early afternoon, so she had enough time if she wanted to drive her ballot. But the
Okay.
rest of them were from other areas. Sir, if you will tell me which ones you would like me to pull out of bag number 3.
I'm going through it.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. I would suggest that we pull out 211, 12, and 13.
Okay, please bear with me just a moment. 211, 212, and 213?
Yes.
Okay, next.
And 249,
Hold caller.
What about
250.
I was going to move.
Hold on.
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
so sorry. 249? I'm so sorry.
Oh, I see what you meant, Kylie. Yeah, I
Yeah.
skipped over 216.
Okay, well, do you want, let me go back to 216, please. Please
220.
hold.
You're fine.
And 220.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it.
So 216. I have 216. Next is
220,
220. Please bear with me. 220. Next, please.
49, 249,
249. I'm close. 249, correct? Okay, next.
256,
256, next.
263,
263, next.
269. These are all folks who are registered in Monroe County in a different precinct.
Okay. That number was 269, next.
And
No.
that was 263.
I'm
Next is
sorry.
269.
Please excuse me.
Yeah, Nets is 269.
Okay, wait a minute, let me be sure. I have 263, I have that ballot. Then I have
269.
269, I have that
Okay.
ballot. Then next,
278.
I have 278, next.
289.
What about 287?
Oh, 287, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Hold caller.
Oh, my stomach's growling.
We might put that one in a separate pile, too.
287, you want in a separate file?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Next,
Then 289.
okay. 289, that can go in this pile?
Yep.
Okay. Next,
296.
okay. 296, next.
306.
Three oh six. Okay. I have pulled everything that you've asked.
So let's start with the folks who are just not registered in Monroe County.
And this is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we would need a motion for, we'll do batches here of 206 through 210.
Please excuse me, hang on.
I make a motion to reject ballots 206, 207, 208, 209, and 210 for not being registered in Monroe County.
Okay, I will second that.
There's no, like, notes on them.
I can hand them to you.
Okay.
Hang on just a second. Okay, that's 206 through 210.
That's all that's- So we have a motion and a second to reject ballots 206 through 210. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Then we can go down to,
And so you want 211? Correct?
sure.
That's what we're,
Yeah, so this person, they're just voting in the wrong precinct, right? The net's 3, well, the net's 2. So 211 and 212, they're registered in Monroe County, but they're voting in the wrong precinct. There's nothing to indicate that that was a recent move, that they could have voted there, right?
I didn't look, I was pulling for you, but
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, for us, it just shows that they are registered in different precincts within the county.
This one's not signed either. Okay. I do have a question about, there you go. What is the story
That's
with
fine.
213, though? It's 213, our notes say that they're registered in precinct Bloomington 5. Isn't that the proper?
Let me check on that one.
Yeah, it's in there. All right.
It's this one.
Well, that person's, that's not the same name.
tell me, which one?
Yeah, that's a different ballot.
That's not somebody.
This should be,
Is that one you asked me to?
Their voter registration says active and that they're at the
So it could be
correct
two-
locations.
she Needs to find 212.
Okay, here's 212.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
But
What
this
they
is
used-
one that you wanted me,
just
It
hang
might
on.
be, we just
Yeah.
haven't gotten to it
okay,
yet.
then I'll put it back in this pile.
So this is 212?
Correct. It's the top,
And they were in the wrong precinct.
correct.
Yes,
Okay, so
and we've already voted on that one. That was part of the motion of,
211, 212, and
oh, no, we didn't, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
My
we haven't done
apologies.
that yet.
Okay, so we need a motion on ballot 212. They voted in the wrong precinct.
Or do we need 211, 212, and 213?
Well, I want to take 213 separately.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, 213
Oh, I
was
see.
at the correct
So 211
location.
and 212, or did we
Yes.
already do
and that's 211 right there.
211 and 212?
Oh,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
11.
212.
Okay. So I make a motion to reject ballots 211 and 212 for failure
Correct,
to
yes.
vote in the correct
Do you have a second?
precinct.
Yes. second.
Okay, so it's been moved and seconded to reject ballots 211 and 212. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Right.
Okay, so on 213, they're registered in Bloomington 5,
Which is encompassed at
and that's
IMU.
in the IMU voting location.
Correct.
So
So we don't know why they were.
We don't
given
know
that
why they
permission.
were voted a provisional.
I will make a motion to accept
Yeah.
voter number 213's ballot.
Second.
Okay, been moved and seconded to accept ballot 213. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay,
All right. 14 and 15, they are not registered in Monroe County.
I make a motion to reject unless we better look at what's on the envelopes, right?
Yeah, we can look at those, but,
Just in case.
Did
or-
you ask me to pull?
no.
No, they would be in.
All
So
right.
14 and 15.
14 and 15.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I make a motion to reject ballots 214 and 215 for failure to be registered in Monroe County.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballots 214 and 15.
Okay.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 216, they're registered in Bloomington 3, which is not a proper precinct for IMU. Was there anything that might suggest that this was a recent move? Looks like they were not on the poll list for this location
Okay.
and not entitled to vote in this poll location.
I make a motion to reject ballot 216.
Second.
Yes, okay, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 216. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So 17, 18, and 19, 217, 218, 219, none of those voters are registered in Monroe County.
Correct. I will make a motion to reject voters 217, 218, and 219 for failing to be registered in Monroe County on election day.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to replace ballots, or to reject ballots 217 through 219. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Then it looks like on ballot 220, registered in Bloomington 18, which is a proper precinct for IMU.
Hmm.
Okay. Certificate of bearer?
Let me check on them real
Okay,
quick
let's
to make
double
sure
check.
that they weren't. She is an active voter, so she should not have had to vote provisionally.
Okay. Can I get a motion for,
We'll make a motion to
Ballot 220.
accept voter number 220's ballot. They did exactly as they should have done.
I second.
all right, moved and seconded to accept ballot 220. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so then if we look at 221 through 248 together, all those folks are registered in other counties other than Monroe County, and we have one who's not registered at all. I would entertain a motion for ballots 221 through 248 together.
I move that ballots 221 through 248 be rejected for failure to register.
Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Looks like 249, just was, it's the wrong precinct, unfortunately, because they're registered in Richland 8,
And there are no comments
yeah.
for consideration. I will make a motion to reject voter number 229's, I'm sorry, please excuse me, 249's ballot. They were in the wrong precinct on election day.
I second.
Okay, so I moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So we have ballots 250 through 255. all of those folks are registered in other Indiana counties, but not Monroe County.
I make a motion that ballots 250, 251, 252, 253, and 254, and 255 be rejected for failure to file in Monroe County.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballots 250 through 255. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. All right. Looks like ballot 256 is registered in Monroe County, but voted in the wrong precinct. Is there anything that would indicate they were a recent move, or doesn't look like it?
I make a motion
Hang on a
to,
second, though, is that the right one?
Yes.
Should be, yes, it is,
Okay.
thank you.
I make a motion that ballot 256 be rejected.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Ballots 257 through 262. They are not registered in Monroe County.
I make a motion that ballots 257 through 262 be rejected for failure to file in Monroe County.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballots 257 through 262. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Next, we have ballot 263. And this one is someone who is registered in Monroe County but voted in the wrong precinct. And it doesn't look like this was a recent move. They just voted in the wrong precinct.
Okay.
Is she checking? I think she's checking for confirmation.
Okay.
What was that, Bloomington 30? I'll tell you where it should have been.
31.
31?
I was checking 278.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Yes, this person has just voted in the wrong precinct.
Okay. Perry 31 or Bloomington 31, I'm sorry.
It's Perry
Perry
20,
20.
isn't it? Perry 20.
It should have been, he's
Right.
registered in precinct Perry 20
All right,
and attempted to vote in Bloomington 23.
right.
That's not
Did you make a motion?
close.
Oh,
No, we don't have a motion yet. so-
Okay, I will make a motion to reject voter number
263.
263 for failing to report to the appropriate precinct.
Second.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Then 264 to 268, these voters are not registered in Monroe County.
I will make a motion to reject 264, 65, 66, 67, and 68.
I second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, looks like number 269, another registered voter in Monroe County voting in the wrong precinct. And it doesn't appear that there was exception for recent moves.
Okay.
I will make a motion to reject the ballot of voter 269 for reporting to the wrong precinct.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We have ballots 270 through 277. All of these voters are not registered in Monroe County.
I make a motion that ballots 270 through 277 be rejected for failure to be registered in Monroe County.
So,
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we reject ballots 270 through 277. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so then 278.
278, they are an active voter. They are in the correct precinct, so they should not have had a provisional.
Okay. So do we have a motion?
I will make a motion to accept voter number 278's ballot because they were exactly where they should be and
Yep.
should not have been issued a provisional ballot.
I
Excellent.
second.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, aye. So 278 is accepted. 279 through 286 are ballots received from voters not registered in Monroe County.
I motion that ballots 279 through 286 be rejected for failure to file in Monroe County.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballots 279 through 286. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 All right, 287.
Voter 287, I would suggest that you guys hold to the side until we get to the ABS that we received that had signature cures.
Okey-doke.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then 288 is not registered in Monroe County.
Make a motion to reject ballot 288.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject 288. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And 289, it looks like a voter who is registered in Monroe County but voting in the wrong polling location. And I do not see any indication of a
It says B4
recent
and
move
B4.
exception.
Let's say B4 and B4. Or just-
Yeah, they're supposed to be in
Bloomington 4.
Bloomington 4,
Is at Bloomington High School North.
yeah.
Except for, oh, I see. Well,
Yes, they voted in the wrong place.
I will
How
make a
can you
motion
tell?
to reject voter number 289 for voting in the wrong precinct.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 289. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Ballots 290 through 295 are folks who are not registered in Monroe County.
I make a motion that we reject ballots 290 through 295 for failure to be registered in Monroe County.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, 296. We have someone who is actually voting in the proper precinct for where they were registered.
If we are confirming that unless.
She's looking, I don't know, I think she's looking at something else.
Okay. If they were in the proper precinct, my motion is that we accept the ballot of voter number 296.
Hang on a second. It says here, this voter is identified on the poll as is required to present an additional document that confirms the voter's identity and current address, but has not done so.
Theirs shows that they did not have proof of residency.
And never submitted it.
No,
So this one was not cured within the 10-day period.
correct.
Okay.
So what was your motion?
Well, this is again where I'm like, maybe it died. I was going to accept because they were in the right place and voting as they should have been, but they
Yeah,
did not cure their address in a timely manner.
right.
So I will withdraw, how about that? I'll
Okay.
withdraw my motion to accept it and make a new motion to reject voter number 296 because of failure to update their address in a timely manner.
I second.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 296. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, then we have voters 297 through 305. All of those ballots were received from voters who are not registered in Monroe County.
I move that those ballots be rejected.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 All right, those are rejected. We have ballot 306. This is a registered voter voting in the wrong polling place. And it doesn't look like there's any recent move assumption.
Okay. I move that ballot 306 be rejected.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we reject ballot 306. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And then the last two from the IMU.
Mhm.
Voter 307, 308, neither of whom are registered in Monroe County.
I will make a motion to reject voters 307 and 308 for failing to be registered in Monroe County on Election Day.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, now we're going to move on to early voting provisionals.
Whew.
And
How
we're-
you doing?
How are we doing on time here? Okay.
Looks like it's
We're doing
2:20.
pretty good.
Yeah. 3:30, but I'm going to grab a glass of water real quick.
How's everybody doing? Any questions from people in the audience? Any concerns? No questions in the audience about what's gone on
Thank
to
you.
this point?
Voted under 25 at election operations, I didn't get the reason for the vote.
25. Poll caller. 25. They changed their registration after the deadline and voted at the wrong precinct. They should have voted in Perry 3.
Okay, so we've got a new bag. These are the early voting provisionals.
Um,
Looks like these are not going to be easy to batch.
Okay. So. Twenty-two, the seal is intact, and so we're doing one at a time in order of,
Looks like we might be a batch couple, but let's start with the first three. They look like they're similar situations.
thank you. All righty, so 309,
Yep.
310, and 311.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
All right, so 309, that looks like they, I'm not sure what happened here. Canceled registration?
So 309, 310, and 311, all three were canceled and should not have been canceled. They also updated their addresses, so they were put in as certificate of errors.
Okay.
Then I will make a motion to accept all three, 309, 310, and 311.
I second.
Okay, it's been, moved and seconded. That ballots 309, 310, and 311 be accepted. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. All right, the accepted pile's growing.
So are you,
Then we have
the next two?
the next two, 312 and 313, are provisional early votes that were from voters who are not registered in Monroe County.
I move that
that correct?
unless there's something on,
Doesn't look like it.
okay.
I was hopeful, I was looking to see if maybe they had been given an opportunity to go back to their county. They could have gone on Election Day or made a plan to vote that Saturday
Yeah,
before,
but they didn't.
but they did not.
Okay.
Okay, do we have a motion on ballots
312 and
312 and
313.
313?
I move that they be rejected.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that ballots 312 and 313 be rejected. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's your rejection pile.
That got kind of small. All right, so we are moving on to 314.
So 314, it looks like they voted in P26 and they were registered in P26.
Okay.
What
I
does it say
will-
on there? They're pending.
Impending status, made active today, so would it be reasonable to say on voter number 314?
So they are active now, so their registration, their ballot could be considered accepted if voted on.
The registration was timely?
Yes.
It was just impending, and we were able to make
They
them.
were impending, we
Okay.
just had to make them active.
Cool.
I will make a motion to accept the ballot of voter number 314.
I second.
All right, moved and seconded to accept 314. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, that goes in the accept pile.
Okay.
315, canceled registration. In Perry 2, no current address on provisional paperwork.
So they were canceled. We can look to see if they should have been canceled. But since they didn't put an address on the paperwork, we don't know if they are still at the address that they would have been canceled from.
And they voted in Van Buren 2.
So can we see if theirs is in Van Buren too?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, we'll go on
You
then.
want to table that one?
Yeah, 316, the voter is not registered in Monroe County.
Okay. Not listed, registered at the food stamp office. My presumption is that means in Monroe.
It says
And
Greene
so
County,
I mean, switch out BMV for food stamp office.
but it says
Just a minute,
registered
yeah.
in Greene County.
I know, but
Oh.
they're saying, their affidavit says they registered at the food stamp office, so move to Monroe. I'm taking
Oh,
that
I
as
see
move
what
to
you're
Monroe,
saying.
registered at the food stamp, so no different than the BMV where it just did not, there are several state offices where you can register.
Right.
And that is one of them. So we did not get it, and so it's
We didn't
very
accept the-
unfortunate.
Yeah, we didn't accept the B&V one.
I will make a motion to reject
Okay.
voter number 316.
I second.
All right, moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay, now we're circling back.
So 315, they are in as canceled, and their registration shows that they are at Perry 2, but they I'm assuming that they were going to update their address, but they did not fill out the paperwork to do so.
So they
they're
voted in
still
the
in the
wrong
canceled
place.
section.
Yeah. Do you have a motion for 315?
I make a motion to reject ballot 315.
Second.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay, that's this one.
Okay, 317. It looks like they're registered in the right precinct. They were canceled, and they voted in the right precinct.
Yes, their registration was canceled. I can confirm the last time that they voted. And then do you want me to also do voter number 318 as well? Because there says that it was moved to Lawrence County.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
could check
yes.
both of those,
Those
then
two,
we
if
can
you
go
could.
on to,
I'll put those two to the side.
yeah, then we have 319. They're not registered in Monroe County.
I move that ballot 319 be rejected.
Second.
Yeah, okay, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 319. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Then we have another interesting one with 320. Their voter registration was rejected in 2023 because at the time of their registration, they were not old enough to register.
Okay. But the affidavit says he registered on time around the deadline. Around the deadline.
Which one?
This is voter number 320. Around the deadline is, I feel like it would need to say before, if we can confirm that.
Yeah, I can confirm that one. So voter
We can confirm the
320.
date.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then,
Same thing with 321. I don't know what the rule is on that one.
I can tell you it's the day, it's your status, the day you want to vote. So you can be in jail,
Mm-hmm.
but if you have not been convicted, you can cast a ballot. So, in my humble opinion, if they got a ballot while they were in jail, then they were not yet.
But it says that they were canceled.
Well,
So that's, I mean, the way I'm reading this is that they were inactive while they were incarcerated.
but that isn't, unless they were convicted.
they were, if you're incarcerated, your registration gets canceled, and then once you're released, you can reactivate it.
Okay, but it's your status on the day that you're in jail, because we have sent.
They
ballots
don't, we only get a list of the ones that have been convicted. So once we receive their name on a list, then they get canceled. So their name would have been on that list to be canceled, and then once they're released, they have to re-register. And on here, we're showing that they have not even sent in a registration for SVRS.
This,
Yeah.
okay. I defer.
You said that you only get the list of those who have been convicted,
That have
correctly?
been convicted
So
and
they're
are
in
currently
jail and
serving time.
convicted?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So this is 321.
That is 321.
So I move to have ballot 321 rejected.
Second.
Okay, I'll go with it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 321. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 320, they were underage, and we did not receive another registration from them.
So it's similar to the one we had in the previous provisionals.
Sure.
Can I get a motion on 320?
I make a motion that ballot 320 be rejected.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 320. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Are we going back to?
317.
317 and 318.
317.
317, the last time that they voted was 2008, so they were canceled correctly.
Okay.
I will make a motion to reject the, which number are we on? Sorry.
317.
That's what I thought. 317, I will make a motion to reject the ballot for voter number 317.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to reject 317. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And then 318, they moved more than that 30 days, so
Okay.
they did not qualify for the fail-safe.
Okay.
I will make a motion to reject voter number 318's provisional ballot.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 318. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay.
Three,
All right. 322.
They were unable to find them in the system because his registered name is not his legal name. So when they had pulled it with the ID, it did not pull him up as a registered voter, but we found him, so his ballot could be accepted if approved.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
the name is in parentheses?
Yep.
That's what was on the,
The name in parentheses is what's on their voter registration. The name that they'd given is what was on their ID.
Yeah, and just for the public, the difference is Will and William. So I think we could, yeah,
I can do that.
Yeah.
I will make a motion to accept voter number 322,
yeah.
their provisional ballot.
I second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to accept ballot 322. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. 333 is another canceled registration from Bean Blossom
lives at-
1.
So this one, their registration was canceled, but they live at a different address, so their registration was canceled due to the address not being correct.
Were they eligible to vote one last time?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay. Do you have a motion?
Okay. You look quizzical, so I don't want to make
Oh, I
any.
just don't want to make the wrong motion.
Me
It kind
either.
of lost me somewhere. So
So
they
the
now
voter
live where?
registration was canceled
Okay,
in
Correctly.
March of '23
March of '23, because they no longer had lived there.
okay,
because they no longer lived at the address that they were registered
Registered.
at.
Okay.
And they did not re-register
got it. That's
for
the
the
part I
precinct
didn't
in
know
which
about.
they attempted
Okay.
to vote.
All right, then I make the motion to reject ballot 333.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 333. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, next we have two,
Oh,
three,
sorry.
the next four,
Okay.
5, 6. Actually,
Yeah.
let's say ballots 334 through 339, or ballots received early voting that were not registered in Monroe County.
I make a motion to reject ballots 334 through 339 for failure to register in Monroe County.
Yeah. Do you have a second?
Second.
Okay.
Sorry, I
s-
thought you were reading the
I'm gonna just
comments.
take a real quick peek. Yeah. I mean, they're acknowledging that they're registered in other Indiana counties,
Okay.
and someone tried to register November 2nd, which would not count. Okay, so we have a motion to reject ballots 334 through 339 in a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And then 340,
I'm 340, I'm not sure why they were given a provisional. They
Yeah.
are active in B14, and with it being early voting, they could have voted there.
yeah. We have a motion for,
Make a motion that ballot 340 be accepted.
I second.
all right, so we moved and second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, now we are at the section where we have a red bag, mixing it up. These
Yeah.
are absentee missing signatures provisionals.
Okay.
And we have, out of this batch,
Seal is intact.
we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that were, well, really,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 that were cured in a timely basis. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Should this be with this one?
And we have 4 that were not cured.
Voter 351, I do have a documentation here that was received today, but it was received at 12:31, so it is, and the deadline for those were 11:13. So I have this for you guys to review with that ballot.
Which one is that?
That's voter 351.
Do you want me, I'll just pull 351 out of this.
And so then I have on there highlighted the date that it was due and then the date that it was
Yeah,
received
And so the date is different for a signature cure
for provisional ballots.
than for provisional ballots.
But it's late nonetheless.
Yes.
Because it was, they thought they had until today.
Well, do you want to deal with the other ones that are already?
Yeah, let's deal with, if we have 341 through 350,
Yes.
and they were all cured in a timely fashion.
I make a motion that
Can we-
ballots 341 through 350 be accepted.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept ballots 341 through 350 because the signatures were cured in a timely fashion. Thank you for doing that.
Yes.
No kidding.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay. So I am, never mind.
So we already looked at 351, and it's received late, correct? 351's,
So
Cure
351
was too late.
was cured, but was cured
After the deadline.
after the deadline. What's the deadline again?
It's the second one highlighted within the print.
So the deadline was November 11th, and we received the cured signature
Today.
November 15th today, so.
I make a motion that ballot 351 be rejected.
Second.
And just for the record, the postmark stamp for this is November 13th.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
wasn't
good.
like it was in the mail for a month, it was recent. Okay, so we have a motion to reject and a second to reject ballot 351. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Okay, that one's rejected. Then 352 through 354, no cure was received at all. Correct?
Correct.
I make a motion that ballots 352, 53, and 54 be rejected.
Second.
Okay, so moving second, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. All right, so now we move on to absentee mismatched signatures. So here too, it looks like we have
Oh,
many that were cured in a
Oh,
timely fashion.
great.
And then voter 395, I also have a document from them that was received today that was due on the 13th.
Okay, well, that's well, let's wait till we get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I would entertain a motion for 355 through 379. These are all timely cured ballots.
I make a motion that 355 through 379 be accepted.
Second.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Through 379?
Through
Yes.
379, yeah,
Okay.
55 through 79.
Okay. I can't check as fast as you guys.
Just draw one line.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. too.
Okay. Mismatched signature mail-ins, is that what we're going?
That
And
was
then
the one
on
we just put
three,
it on.
starting with 380 through, let's do 393. We did not receive timely cures.
Oh, she's trying to get that out of the bag.
Oh. So it sounds like we got a couple of ones where the husband and wife signed,
Oh, yes, I see.
and that frequently happens, and we make every effort to have them come in to fix it. It's a very common thing.
381 and 382 is a instance of that.
What about I'm sorry, which ones, 81 and 82?
Yeah, 81 and 82 would be one of those.
Or what about 80?
But not
Let's do it.
380?
No, because that's
No.
not the same one.
Okay. So can we get a motion on 380? That was a mismatched signature that was not cured.
I make a motion that ballot 380 be rejected.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to reject 380. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. So then on 380 and 381, it looks like husband and wife signatures.
Yes, and that's the only one that I do see in this section.
Okay.
But they were not cured.
Correct. They were not cured. So it's 381 and 382. I do know in the primary that we did accept one of them, that as long as they were the same address and it was
So
husband
we
and
can look
wife,
at those and,
we accepted it because they just signed each other's.
Correct.
so let's take a
And
look at those.
did you check these two already to make sure that, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Well,
This is the married couple.
So they did everything right, they just
Yeah.
signed.
The wrong
And it can
one.
happen.
Oh,
Sitting on the
absolutely.
coffee table or wherever
Absolutely.
happily married couples put their, I am gonna go ahead and make a motion to accept the happily married couples, they voted. These are-
Okay. Okay.
Where are I'm just trying to see where the misplaced signatures are.
It would be on the back of the envelope, and it would be
Oh, okay.
first box.
Yeah, they just put them in the wrong envelope.
Okay. I
That
make-
I'm
should-
gonna go so far as to say she was probably nagging him for a few days and she was just lucky to get a signature.
Well, I'm gonna be offended by that, so
I was teasing.
let's not make gender bias.
I was teasing.
Oh, yeah, let's
So am
not do
I.
that. Okay.
Okay, so let me be clear for my paper. We are accepting,
Well, we need a
We make
motion
it-
oh,
to
You're
I'm
making
sorry.
a motion.
May I make a motion to accept voters 381 and 382 to accept their ballots as properly cured?
You may, and I second that
Thank
motion.
you.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to accept ballots 381 and 382. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's the way it
Okay.
should be. I like that. Okay, then we have the remaining ballots, 280 through 399. Well, no. Let's pull out 394.
Is there something weird on that one?
Hold caller. Oh,
Oh, that's this
That's one that
that's
we
the one that you
received the
recommend.
provisional.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. Can you revisit that for me?
Yes, so 394, they had done a by mail ballot that they did not have a signature cure for because their signature did not match. But I'm assuming they decided to go to early voting, but then still also, but did not sign or fill out an affidavit saying that they are confirming that was their signature. So instead of fixing their signature, they showed up to early voting.
And did the provisional.
Because it showed in the system that they already had an absentee out.
So would it make sense then to reject the mismatched or the uncured absentee and then accept or no, is it the other way around? We should
It would be, we would accept the mail because that's what's in the system that they've received and that
Okay.
we've received back.
Okay, that makes sense. So, I'm sorry, this is,
We're gonna accept the signature cure.
okay.
394.
Got it.
Is that the one I'm talking
And
about?
So then we'll have to go back and reject the previous one.
provisional.
Okay. Let me just get the names right.
No, this is a different one.
Oh, sorry. I will make a motion to reject the provisional ballot for voter number,
Well,
do I go back to the,
let's get the.
this may be the first
numbers
time we've had that.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to, you're good. Hold on.
right. No, yes, it's at 287.
287. Okay, so I am making a motion to reject the provisional ballot. Do you need two separate motions?
But before you do that, though, I think we have it reversed, because 287, I'm not
Because we
sure if
didn't
we're
do
saying
anything
it's right,
for them.
because on 287, it says that they also had a absentee ballot received and
With
signature cured.
Because they showed up to
Okay.
ABS.
Okay.
I know, but then on 394, it says a cure was not received and also voted provisionally.
Yep. So, this voter in our system in SVRS shows that they had an absentee and that we received the absentee, but there was no cure of that. So they showed up to early voting with out a ballot and tried to forfeit their ballot, but since we've already received their ballot, they can't do that. So they gave them a provisional because the voter wanted to vote in person.
So we are curing the mailed
We're
one.
curing the mail.
Because that was received first. We're going by which one was received
Yes,
first.
we received the by mail before they showed up to early voting to vote.
So then you show that as being the,
But how
In
is it?
Signature
SVRs, it
being
shows that we've
cured.
received their mail-in ballot.
and it's cured.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Okay, got it.
So do you need two separate motions? One to reject the provisional, and then separately to accept?
Yeah, we need to reject 287.
Okay, so I will make a motion to reject the provisional for voter number 287.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to reject ballot 287. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Then now we need a motion
Now,
to
I will make a motion, I've lost my number,
394.
thank you, to accept voter number 394's signature cure as timely and appropriate.
And I second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to accept ballot 394.
Okay.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay, so let's go back to 383.
That's not this one, this is 395. So 383,
Really, 383 through 393.
okay.
None of those ballots were cured.
I make a motion unless
Is
you
that
have
correct?
something you want to
Correct.
say.
Double check.
Yep.
Cure not received, yeah.
Correct. I'm just looking to make sure I see the names.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I'll give you a second to do that.
And we're going all the way to 393, correct?
Mhm. Actually, you could go all the way to 399.
Okay, thank you.
So really, we've already pulled out to 394.
Okay, correct. We, for all of the ones that you advised, no signature cure received.
So I would entertain a motion to reject as uncured ballots 383 through 392 and 394 through 399.
So moved.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second.
Oh.
All those in favor?
Hold it.
394 was the one accepted. It
Yeah,
would be
that's right.
Right,
395.
so we said it to,
I said 393, and then, oh, I'm sorry, you are correct. Let me
Oh.
restate that. So we are looking for a motion to reject ballots 383 through 393 and 395 through 399.
okay. So moved.
Okay,
Second.
thank you, Kylie.
Yeah.
Yes.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed, none. Okay,
And this is.
we have one more.
The last one is a overseas FPCA ballot that is postmarked Election Day and was received by the 12th, which is before the today. It
Great, so it should be,
I am going to make a motion that we accept this overseas and military ballot.
Second.
okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Great, that one is accepted.
And we appreciate our overseas and military
So we
making sure.
got 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Ooh. That was a lot.
1, 2, 3, my count's right, we had 33 that we approved.
Out of 400.
I had 57.
57.
Okay, let here.
Don't go by me, by all means.
Because
I may have missed a page or two.
355 through 379 were accepted.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
What number did you say?
Oh, I see what you're right. I missed a bunch of them.
I have 57.
Yeah. We can just count the pile too.
Yeah.
Let's count the five.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Good.
we will hand off ballots to be counted.
Oh, go ahead.
Three 32.
323,
Yes.
it's misnumbered. There is no
Yeah.
323.
Oh, good Lord.
There's 324.
There's not. It went from 322 to 333.
Oh, well, that's good.
Which
That
means we don't
explains
have
it.
400 for anybody who was looking and wondering about inaccurate 400. It was misnumbered, so we actually had,
Well, we
Yeah,
had
10
one
less.
extra, because remember, we had 110A,
correct.
and then whatever.
So
the
it should be
difference is.
3 something.
391.
And that makes sense, because that was the number you sent out.
Yeah.
That was what you had said in the email.
Oh,
391.
somebody else count this.
Oh.
I'm getting 59 now.
I got
Don't look at me,
59,
man.
so I think that is correct. Okay,
Don't look at me, man.
these are the accepted pile, correct?
Mhm.
Does it matter if they, like if I sorted it out by tens, does it?
No.
It doesn't matter if
No.
I mix it up, okay. Make sure that's 10 and pass it down, that way we get the correct
Yep.
number.
I'll
And let's
just-
crisscross
Oh,
until we
sorry,
get.
John, did you make a typo there? Because I
No.
whacked you. 2, 3, 4. This is 10.
This is 10. That's 20.
You've done enough, give me that. You know?
There's another 10.
All right, that gets us 30.
What's this
Mhm.
go to?
I don't know, but
Okay, don't count it.
Yeah.
I've got to start.
it goes to one of them.
30.
1, 2, 3,
Please bear with me.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh dear,
There's another 10.
I got 12 in this pile. John, you count. You count this one.
That is why I gave it.
Yeah, so it's hard because it's. That's right. What did you get in that one?
I got 11 on that one. We counted again.
Okay.
There's a bunch stuck together.
Yeah,
Try this one for 10.
okay. Yep, this is good.
Are you looking for piles of 10?
Yes.
All right, there's 10.
There's 10.
This
What
is
are we
a-
counting,
There's an
John?
extra one.
Oh, that's an extra.
And then this is 8. So
Gotcha.
that makes it 59. And what did you say?
59. Okay.
59.
And that sounds like we're gonna get right.
Okay.
I think so. So,
59.
all righty then. Perfect. Do we need these in piles of 10 anymore?
No.
Okay.
I thought
We
that
just
would
wanna
be
make sure we
easiest
had
for
them all.
us.
Yes.
And here's some rubber bands if we want to do, you want us to rubber band them back together?
Oh,
No.
that's a good idea. I'll put the rubber band, do you want
She
rubber?
said no.
No, we're gonna take them
You
back.
don't
and
care.
stick
Oh,
them.
that's
Stick.
true. I do that. That makes sense. Okay.
I will put those on top, though.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense too. Oh, wait. Oh my God. Cool. Now,
Thank
do we
you.
need to wait till they're scanned to see if there's any weirdness? and-
Reconciling.
Okay, yeah, reconcile, that's it.
Not reconciling. Adjudicating.
Adjudicating, that's
So
it, whatever.
I am going to presume that we are going to recess for the
That's okay.
benefit of cats until we get a result, because they're still taking.
Yeah, we're going to recess for now until the ballots are counted, and we'll find out if we have to do any adjudication of ballots.
And then we'll come back on. Okay.
Okay, so we are coming back from recess. We lost our chair. Just to give a final update, there were 59
Of 390.
out of 390.
90.
59 provisional ballots that were accepted by the election board. And those have been added to the unofficial totals that were given out on election night. There was no race that was so close that it would be impacted by the results of the 59 provisional ballots that were accepted. On behalf of the entire election board, thank you so very much for a successful election day in Monroe County and great races. Congratulations to all of the candidates, and we encourage those who did not win this time to please try again next time. Until then, we will be adjourned until our December 5th meeting at 1 o'clock at the Nat U. Hill Room in the courthouse. Thank you.
Very good.